Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chewing up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some pills in acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. To just ruin our lives.
それじゃあビデオ見てもらいます。寝んなよ。
Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Ruin Our Lives. Today we've got our first band from Flagstaff, Arizona. We have Devon and Maren, the guitar players for Penelope and the Suitors. How are you guys today?
All right, we're doing really great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to this all day.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, same here. So you said you just got back from California. What part did you go to?
I grew up in Central California.
Okay.
So I was there visiting family. But I got a lot of stuff done. It was pretty. It was very fulfilling for my summer. Yeah.
Nice. Good to know. For sure. I'm from Southern California, so it's...
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. So, okay. So my first question is here, how did you guys come up with the name Penelope and the Suitors?
Actually, me and our bass player Mars were sitting in her dorm room, and originally the band was called the Lost Marys.
Okay.
We were just sitting there, and we didn't like that name. Penelope and the Suitors had happened to be something I had said in Phoenix as a potential name, a friend of mine, and after like 20 minutes of seeing if we could come up with anything else, we just settled that that was the best name to switch it to.
Nice.
We felt, the Greek roots were fitting with the music we write and full of mythology. So
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So, do you guys ever write about like the Odyssey or incorporate Odysseus into any of your stuff, or?
I know that we had an idea to make a concept album based
Nice.
on the Odyssey, but we haven't made a song at least. We haven't made too much progress on that because we've been apart for the past few months too. Because I've been, or our bass player she went back to Tucson for college, so we had a hard time getting back together. But when we do, I really want to write some more music.
So do I. I definitely want to incorporate some Greek themes into a couple of upcoming songs.
Yeah.
And I definitely I want to tie a few things with Poseidon in there. So
okay.
Could definitely make some mentions and references to the Odyssey with that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever done a concept album about the Odyssey.
Which
There was a musical around it.
Epic, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I told my
That's all I could think of.
when I told my
okay.
family, California and Minnesota about our band. They're like, "Oh, have you seen the musical Epic?" They're like, "That has Penelope in it."
Oh.
So it's like, hey, at least people know what we're talking about.
Right.
I do like.
Figures, yeah.
Yeah. Albeit, I would say, speaking of Greek songs, I got the thumbs up from a former bandmate of mine for an old band I was in. We used to do a song about Orpheus and Eurydice.
Oh, nice.
And I pitched to her, I was like, if you ever want to do that song with us on vocals, we would love to play it.
Nice.
And she has said she'd be down for that, so hopefully we can make that happen at some point.
Right on. Nice. So do you guys have like a deep connection with the sea personally, or like what is it about the Odyssey itself that you guys find so intriguing? It's one of my favorite stories of all time. I told you when we first started talking on Instagram. One time I drunkenly recited it to my kid to get him to sleep. So, what is it like about that story that really resonates with you guys?
Because for me, I mostly know it through pop culture. Like, I first heard it through The Simpsons, and then I saw Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Okay.
Which has
Right.
heavily based on the Odyssey. It's very interesting. And I actually didn't read the book or the play until like around middle school, high school.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this stories we're talking about. This is so cool. Like this actual original story.
Right. What part of The Simpsons? I'm a huge Simpsons fan. What's the reference in The Simpsons? I'm blank. Oh, Homer's Odyssey. Is that?
Homer's Odyssey, yeah, they had an episode where they just parodied the whole thing.
That's
and
right.
I think Barney was excited. It was pretty, or maybe Sea Captain. I forgot.
That's a
But yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's like season 1, I think.
I don't know. Or Homer's Odyssey. I think that was one where he got the car or something, and then they did one of those triple episodes, like the Treehouse of Horror. They did like, here's like 3 stories, and one of the stories was the Odyssey. It was really cool.
I did not know that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Awesome. Nice.
I forgot what episode it is. But it's classic.
Yeah. Right on. Nice. So, okay. Devin, your thoughts?
I blame my 7th grade Latin teacher for my love of Greek mythology.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Every Friday, she would, read to us different Greek myths. Odyssey was a big one we did in her class.
Wow.
Spent like a semester reading through that. It was good, though. I enjoyed it, and I kind of just stuck with it after that, looking into different things.
Yeah.
And I always found the most inspiring was Odysseus's loyalty to Penelope and his determination to get back home to her.
Oh yeah, in turn, because the namesake for the band is Penelope and the Suitors, which is based on a painting of Penelope surrounded by all these people who want to like marry her and want to get back with her because they think her husband's dead, and she's like, "No, I refuse. Like, I am loyal to my husband, and he's so loyal to her."
Right.
And that whole like story, it's inspiring.
It's a
is,
beautiful
yeah.
love story.
It really is. Yeah. What, she waited like 20 years for him to get back, right? That is so cool. It's so heartbreaking the way the dog like dies as soon as he gets back.
Yeah. Let me see him one last time. Yeah.
Yeah. What other Greek myths? Or no, yeah, here was my question. Sorry. You took Latin in 7th grade? Where did you go to school?
I went to a place called Northland Preparatory Academy.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, they just made you take Latin in 7th grade.
Wow.
I genuinely don't know the educational reasons behind it.
Yeah.
It was just something everybody took it. They're like, you have to take it.
Really? Is that in Arizona or?
Oh yes, that school is in Arizona, but
Oh, wow.
That's a normal thing. I did not know you went to a school with Preparatory Academy in the title. That's very interesting.
We can get into the fact that they were school.
Gotcha. Well, we're all learning something new about each other today. Wow, that's pretty awesome. That makes sense. Okay, what other Greek myths did you latch on to from that age, or both of you?
For me, like I said earlier, definitely Orpheus and Eurydice is another big one. Much enjoy that. The good myth. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the name, but it's Zeus and Hera. Oh, it's the one time their relationship is anywhere near okay.
Yeah.
Because Zeus pretends to marry another woman after she storms off
Okay.
to win her back. And excluding everything about the relationship being so thoroughly awful,
Right.
I always found that myth a little sweet.
Nice. For sure.
I was thought that was sweet between the two of them.
Is Orpheus with the Minotaur, or is that Perseus?
I believe Perseus is with the Kraken.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who's with Theseus? Theseus is with the Minotaur.
Theseus. Oh,
It took me
okay.
a second.
Oh, yeah.
And then Orpheus is the guy who travels into the underworld to get his wife back.
That's right. Okay. Nice. That's awesome. So I am assuming that you guys are a good few years younger than me. I'm 39. Did you guys ever watch Xena Warrior Princess growing up?
I've heard of them also from The Simpsons.
Oh, that's so funny.
Haven't seen like the actual like original and
Yeah.
anything.
You should. It's great. It was way ahead of its time, honestly. Like in a lot of ways.
I'm always down to like watch more like older cartoons. Like or it was a cartoon, right?
No, it was live action with Lucy Lawless. Yeah, she was the main actress. Yeah, it's really great. Sometimes it's really campy, sometimes it's like super serious, and they go in and out of like messing with Greek mythology, and like she goes to China for some reason at one point and gets crucified. It's a really great show. I'd highly recommend it, honestly.
I think I know what we're watching
Oh
tonight.
yeah, find
Yeah.
some DVDs. Pump.
Yeah, for sure. I bought the whole series on Amazon. So yeah, I know they're evil, but it was during the pandemic. What can I say? So not
Everyone about
yeah. So you guys aren't originally from Flagstaff?
I am.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because I'm from California. I only moved here for school, but I have an apartment here now, so I do
nice.
live here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were born in.
Yep, born and raised here.
Nice. Wow. I don't think I've ever met anyone born and raised from Flagstaff. I love that place so much. How's the culture these days? You know, I haven't been there in like a decade or so, like 11 years probably. And just, it was so many punks and hippies and always a good show to go to. Is it still like that, or has it sort of changed?
I'm gonna try and phrase this without throwing too much shade because I don't want to be rude to people.
Sure.
But it's definitely, I feel the punk culture here has sold out a little bit in the past few years.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, there's still some good shows to go to. There's still people who do care about this community and making good music. But I do feel the culture has definitely shifted a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm someone who as someone who wasn't raised here, I really, because I was raised in a place where there were no venues. The only venue opened up like a couple months ago in my hometown.
Oh, wow. No way.
Otherwise, you'd have to go out of town. You'd have to go to another place to go, even just to go to see a bar show at an open mic.
Oh, wow.
And now going to a place where it feels like there's a show every night. Like I feel like most weekends we could find somewhere to go if there's nowhere to go, and it's like I love that about there's more than one venue and they're all within walking distance of each other. You know, like anywhere you want to go, there's going to be something interesting.
For sure.
So that's my take, at least.
So when you say like the punk scene has like sort of sold out a little, like what exactly do you mean by that? Like are people trying to be like more mainstream, like more appealing to the broader public with the music? Or?
It's less bands I feel have sold out. It's more some of the venues. And mind you, they have businesses, they can do whatever they want.
Right.
I feel some of the do-it-yourself places, you know, hosting a yoga event in a punk venue.
That's a little too specific.
But whatever, I feel they sold out on that one.
I see what you mean,
like,
yeah.
You know, I'm not throwing shade. People who run it are perfectly nice. I just feel it's a little sell-outy.
Yeah.
I remember when some of those venues, you went there and it was all just a bunch of punks.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know, it almost feels like, you know, you're selling our punk spaces or do-it-yourself areas. All these mainstream people, you know, yoga, farmers markets.
Also shows a decline in interest in like punk culture, which also kind of sucks.
Really?
That these places can't keep the doors open on just music alone, that they have to branch out because that it's like a dwindling scene.
Yeah.
So
okay, that makes sense for sure. So how old are you guys?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Okay.
I'm 18.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
although
okay.
I'm turning 26. Much love. I'm excited.
Right on. Okay, yeah, no, that makes total sense. So how did you guys get into punk and like underground music? I hate like making like generalizations or whatever, but I mean obviously you guys are from a younger generation where I think that it wasn't as readily available. Things have definitely changed in the culture at large and in this country. So what got you into the underground?
I mean, I got into broader metal as a whole from my mother. She was, you know, always playing Black Sabbath in the car, Metallica.
Yeah.
And from there, kind of made friends with people who shared that music taste. And eventually, that just kind of brought me into Flagstaff's little scene, seeing smaller bands like Monette play. And from there, that just got me into more underground music. And I just kept looking into bands like that.
The same, like I was into, my mom really liked punk rock music when she was like in the 90s where she grew up, and then she would she would play like a lot of the Ramones for us. I remember she used to give us like not real prizes. She would be like, "Oh, whoever can name who sings this song will get like like an ice cream or something."
That's
So it was
awesome.
like, oh, like you wanted to know the names,
Right.
And I grew up like with a lot of like my dad was really into Ozzy.
Nice.
He liked a lot of the metal stuff. One of the first songs he learned to play on guitar was it was off the Black Album. I can't remember what it was called, but it was one of those real like Spanish sounding songs, and it was one of his. It was one of his influences, and that came into me. And then I got more into it. Like the more obscure stuff I listen to, I find like movies from the 80s where there's like a character who has like a really specific music taste, and
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look at his posters on the walls and see what he's into like back in the day, like that are not really popular anymore, and like that's how I find like the more underground stuff.
That's
Just or like magazines of like bands that are defunct,
That's fucking rad, guys. Nice. You know what? This made me think. Well, when I was growing up, I grew up in the '90s. Left high school in 2004 or whatever. So during that period, especially the '90s, punk was like on the radio. Like, and the underground and the mainstream were sort of mixed. So like, and especially where I grew up, we were just sort of like spoiled with underground music and punk. And in my opinion, in the last 2 presidential administrations, the whole country's culture has shifted away from art, like away from any sort of like authenticity in creation of art. You know what I mean? So like you guys are sort of like put back into like the original spirit of like the founders of the underground movement. You know what I mean? Like you guys sort of have to do it all over again. Whereas like my generation, we were just like spoiled rotten with it. That's probably why so many bands of my generation just fucking suck. Like they didn't really have to try to inspire others or like make original music. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that? Yeah.
I never thought about it as like that's kind of interesting, like of being spoiled by like the amount that there was. Because in my head, like, because I as someone who didn't like grow up with that specific culture, like I didn't like live through the '90s,
Right.
So I don't, like I didn't assumed it was like, oh, like they have so much around that they must have just been inspired by all of it. Although, to be fair, I don't listen to a lot of punk bands from the '90s, and that might be why.
Sure. Who does?
They don't like follow my culture.
Right.
Personally, I can definitely see a lot of '90s punk bands are very. I don't think how to say this. They do hold a lot of love for some of that music, but I can definitely say it's very derivative. Each band feels like kind of just a bad copy of each other.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you see bands and they do interesting and new things. Like Pilla Fly, they were a local band here.
Okay.
And I've seen a couple of bass players do this. Their bassist used a drumstick to play bass.
Nice. Oh, cool.
And that was incredibly cool.
What we saw Evil Whiskey, they're also local, and they were doing some crazy strumming with like the after the bridge of the guitar where the strings are all super tight. They were like, and it sounded so like haunting. It was like, oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Exactly.
They were incredible, dude.
Wait, so the bass player playing with the drumstick, is he like hitting the strings or is he playing it like a cello? Or
yeah. Oh, he's hitting like the strings with the.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So he's getting like a loud pop, like a loud like a twang coming out of the strings, then, or like.
Kind of like a slap bass.
Yeah.
But just the
so,
like the wood hitting like the string.
Yeah, like a very intense bass.
Nice.
It sounded great though.
Okay, yeah, no, that's super rad. I wanted to ask about like what kind of other bands do you play with, but before I ask that, I listened to the 2 songs that you sent me through Instagram, Devon. I was really impressed, honestly. Like that's really good music. You guys.
It's like School and Sleeves.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Those are really good songs.
So the one that
and I was really kind of like honestly surprised by like the metal influence. Like I felt sort of like an old school like 70s Sabbathy like vibe, and I was like, oh, this is more than just punk. Like, what? So you said you grew up listening to metal and stuff. Why the heavier sound? Why not just straightforward 3-chord punk? Like, your guys' stuff is almost like psychedelic in a sense. Like,
we want it to be like complicated and like, and we want it to be fun to play, because one of my influences is, if I'm writing a riff, is this fun to play? Am I having a good time playing this, or am I just bored? Because sometimes I'll learn a song, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this song, I want to learn the chords, and I'm like, this is kind of boring, like just playing it, and I want more of a complicated, like, that's, you know, that my fingers can dance around the fretboard instead of just doing the same chord shape back and forth over and over again. Because those songs can sound good, they've just all been done. You have to start doing something new, you have to start mixing things in. That's where, like, that metal influence comes in, is like, where did they get, or, you know, like, where does it all come from? It just comes from, like,
Yeah. I was playing Mark a demo a little earlier, and my influences on that demo were, you know, very heavy chords for that Black Sabbath sound. Then when I broke into the lead, I was like, what can I do to make this sound? And I picked a very Slayer sounding riff for that.
oh, okay.
Just, you know, going up and down in a slight scale with some bends and a little slide. And it sounds good, psychedelic, but it also sounds eerie and, you know, intense.
Oh no, the Sabbath influence is very real, because most of our demos are called the Black Sabbath song. Like, our drummer always keep track of, like, the song titles. He's like, what's the one that sounds like that Sabbath song? And it's like, you know, yeah, it's this one, because we can tell that that's where we got our influence from.
When did you guys start playing music? Were you both really young, or?
Oh, I've been playing for like a year and a couple months. Like, this is my first band.
Oh, wow.
I haven't forgotten yet.
Nice.
I'm pretty new. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I started on drums in 6th grade.
Okay.
Moved to bass around 9th grade. Then moved to guitar around 9th/10th-ish, kind of.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've been playing for a while.
Yeah. Right.
That's why he's leading one.
For sure.
I mean,
any like classical training or any lessons, I guess?
I just look up tabs, or I watch. I sometimes watch tutorial videos on, like, oh yeah, here's how to do like a bendy, or do like I really do pinch harmonic. I have an amp that really can make it sound good.
Yeah.
But I'm like trying, like, if I know that there's something I need improvement on, then I will look up how to improve. But other than that, I kind of rely on like myself and what I want to hear to figure out what I want to go.
For sure, yeah, that's how I learned too.
I was just gonna say, I had rudimentary drum lessons, but everything else is basically the same. Mostly self-taught, with, you know, bringing a little knowledge from like YouTube or something when needed.
For sure. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to have to rely on like songbooks with tabs, and just the tabs would not match the actual songs. Like, I was really into Korn when I was a kid, and I used to play bass before I played guitar, and literally every single song was tabbed at 0-1, 0-1-1-1-0, like all on the top string. I'm like, that is not what he's doing, and it was just so frustrating. Yeah.
And then when you learn by, you're like drawn to like only one string, so you have to move it around a lot. Like, a lot of times I'll play it by ear and I'll only do it on one string. I'm like, I should probably branch this out a little bit, because it's crazy.
For sure. What guitars are you guys playing respectively? Like a brand?
I just have it's my great grandfather's. It's from like the 80s. It's on Squire Stratocaster.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Made in Japan. It's pretty sick, although the only thing that's bad about it is frets are so worn out. I don't think they've ever been replaced.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's like, it's the new guitar to get the frets replaced. I think I'm just gonna not relic that one. I'm just gonna retire it and get a new one eventually. I don't think I can afford to replace.
Sure, yeah. Guitars are very expensive nowadays. Well, how's the neck on that thing? Like the fretboard, I mean.
The neck's pretty good, yeah. Like, the only thing the only thing is the frets themselves, and the nut keeps. I need to replace the nut eventually, because it broke. I like tuner was broken, so it was like, oh yeah, your low E is too low. You need to keep twisting it. So I kept twisting it until it popped.
Oh wow!
And then so I just had that held together with glue for the past I don't know how long.
That's a pain for sure. Devin, what are you playing on?
For
back there.
Okay.
Some of those are bases, not all. For shows, I use an Epiphone SG. In practice, I can
But he has so many guitars. For reference, I was gone for a month, and he bought 2 guitars before I came.
I got them both very cheap.
And you bought 3 this summer. You had one from Bookman's, but that one was.
Oh, nice.
Wait, did I pick up 2 while you were gone?
Yeah, because the painted one and the
oh right. I found the painted
the red one.
Let me actually pull this out.
But you have a
sick.
that you get.
I mostly prefer Squire's Epiphones just because they're cheaper than Gibson or Fender.
Right.
I thought it was the other brand that you liked.
Donner's. They also do like those. Those were some of my starting guitars.
Yeah.
I get everything really cheap at stores for a reason.
Yeah.
I found this.
Oh,
somebody had hand paint.
Oh, nice. That's
It was
awesome.
very cheap at
You said Bookman's?
I did want to get
Bookman,
oh yeah, that's a.
I know the bookstore, right? They sell musical instruments.
Yeah.
They're a second-hand store, so they sell. We mostly go there for CDs, honestly. Like we don't go there. I go there
for most of my music.
I don't think I've ever bought a book there. Yeah, they just mostly. Yeah, they have a lot of CDs, lots of records. They have a whole section for guitars and guitar equipment.
Yeah.
And so they do trade-ins, so you can trade in I have all these records. I think we're gonna do that later today. We have a bunch of records that I brought from home, and we're gonna trade them in. And they're like, oh yeah, here's a little certificate,
okay.
So and then we rack those up until we have enough to get a new guitar or an amp or some pedals.
We really do just rack up whatever we can trade into them.
Yeah.
And then we use that to this different.
Because it's way easier than trying to sell it on eBay. You're like, here's a record, and then nobody buys it.
For sure. Or going to a pawn shop. Yeah.
Yeah. They try to fleece you,
Pretty much every one of those guitars, minus a few of them, have come from Bookman's.
Really?
Just through trade-in.
Dude, I gotta check out Bookman's. That sounds so much more legit than a pawn shop or getting ripped off at Guitar Center.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm not a big fan of Guitar Center personally, and it's nothing against the business. I just would prefer to go somewhere a little smaller.
I don't mind first-hand guitars. It's just I feel like secondhand is it's so much cheaper, and it's been broken in, and it's has its own personality. You don't have to buy the brand new factory one. Although I'm probably if I get a brand new factory guitar at some point, I'm going to be very excited.
Yeah.
But for now, using isn't that much of a hassle, other than some of the issues you get, if they mess with the electrics too much and they mess it up, or in my case where the frets are all worn down. It's you get what you pay for, but you don't pay much. So.
For sure. Did your great grandfather play his guitar a lot? Your current guitar?
I did not know him, so
okay. Sorry.
It's been it's been in the family for a while. I don't know if my dad ever played. I know my dad played the acoustic, but the electric went to my brother, who is my brother is a musician. I don't think he's ever released music for real, but he's been in a band since I was a kid. And he gave it to my sister, who then tried learning, and she didn't get the hang of it. So then eventually it was passed on to me. And I love that thing.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm sure it really has soul to it. Definitely getting a previous used instrument, it's definitely different than a brand new one.
Okay.
Because it's been in my family for so long. It's
that's really cool.
That's why I can't sell it. It's been in my family for so long that I can't. It's that's just what we have.
Yeah, I totally get that. So you mentioned CDs. What are your thoughts on vinyl? Because with my generation, vinyls, for a while there, everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta get vinyl." Everybody's very snooty about it. Does that apply to your generation, or I feel so old asking this fucking question, or are CDs in place of that, or?
I don't know, because it's a lot of retro stuff is having a comeback. like, for one reason or another. And for me, it's like I like have things from the I collect 80s magazines. I have a lot of VHS tapes, cassette tapes, and everything just for like the fun and the novelty of it.
Right.
And then with CDs, like I used to have an actual CD player. It broke recently, but I loved having like, oh yeah, this is some, especially because you never know what variations are going to happen. Like, I got a Bark at the Moon CD, and the songs sounded different. Like, they used a different, like, bell sound effect on Center of Eternity. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a new song for the first time, you know? Right. Or, like, it's just, you never really know what you're going to get. Or there's little bonus tracks hidden in there sometimes.
Right,
It's you know?
I
Good point.
I definitely think some people can be a little snooty vinyl in this day and age. Definitely are people like that, but for the most part, I have a few records here and there. Like to listen to vinyl. I think it does have good sound. Yeah, but frankly, I put CDs on in my car that I burn myself. Right. And I noticed things on those CDs that I've never noticed in those songs before. From like just how good quality they end up coming out.
Right. Huh, that's interesting. So sometimes I'll like, if I'm out on the go or whatever, listening to music, like sometimes I'll just use YouTube or whatever. But and maybe you guys have noticed this, or maybe I'm just tripping or whatever, but it seems like they're shortening the songs, or like sometimes they like take out like a significant part of the song so that you have to like, I don't know why they would do that, but do you think that's real, or am I just tripping?
Although it's usually the opposite, because sometimes on digital, since you can have so much space on a cloud, that songs could be longer. I do actually have a CD containing, I think it's the Essential Ozzy Osbourne or something, and it has, Prince of Darkness. It's something. It's the one with the cross on the front. And
Ozman Cometh.
Ozman Cometh. Yes, it has the radio edit of No More Tears, and that version makes me so sad because the full song is 7 minutes. It has this really long intro to the solo. They always cut that. It's about 2 minutes. They cut that part out. Like, that's such a good part of the song, though. Like, you can't, like, it doesn't change a lot, but it does make you feel different when you hear the whole thing.
Right.
And it's wild that they're doing it on digital, because I get cutting songs for CDs and vinyl because you can only fit so many hours of music on a single physical media. But when you cut songs on the internet, it's like you have so much space for this music. You don't need to cut it. But I noticed that they sometimes will still do it. It's like...
Right. I've seen some artists who put out a radio edit and the full version. I think Ozzy did Patient Number 9, didn't he?
I think so, because the intro was pretty... I sang Patient Number 9 at a talent show in high school, and I had to cut... we were given a time limit of like 5 minutes, and I had to cut the intro, I had to cut the solo, and it broke my heart, but it was what I had to do to like... Because I would not sing anybody but Ozzy. I was, even then I was obsessed,
I mean, but I think both versions are on his YouTube. So if you want the radio edit, you can listen to it.
Right.
But I think the full version's there too.
Yeah. I love the atmosphere and like getting into a song that, has a long intro or has a long solo.
I mean, I can understand why some people would want a radio edit. I think it's fine if an artist puts out both, but I don't think they should cut it and only put out the cut version.
Right.
I was really disappointed when my CD and it had the cut version. I was like, I wanted the full one.
Same thing. I've noticed that the Misfits took down Walk Among Us. It's not on Spotify or Apple.
Really?
Like yeah, you can find some bootlegs on YouTube of it, but
is that with Michael Graves?
No, that's a Glenn Danzig album.
Oh, that's with Danzig. Oh, really?
I don't know if it was a legal thing or what, but yeah, it's just gone.
It happened with Henry Rocks. Their 2 Steps from the Move got deleted from Spotify and Apple, and it's just like, what? Like, because all their other albums are up except for 2 Steps from the Move. I'm like, that's their good one though. Like,
that is weird.
It
must be a legal thing or like distribution rights or something like.
Oh, no worries. That's why you got to collect now, is because digital stuff will just things off. Like the Metalocalypse got taken off of HBO, and it's just that's the only place to watch it. And it was such a good show that you just have to have the DVDs now. And everyone who had the DVDs back in the day, now lucky because they're so expensive now.
Oh yeah,
I bet.
And I'm trying to remember Judas Priest's album Jugulator. The record label company that made that no longer exists, and it's not on digital.
It burns to the ground.
They don't exist. They burn down. And we have a Judas Priest anthology.
Yeah.
I remember opening and seeing that it had tracks from Jugulator and being so overjoyed at that.
Nice.
Like, oh my god, they're actually here.
That is dope, yeah.
Once, yeah.
Wait,
Acknowledging Tim Owens.
the record company literally burned down? You mean like...
It
Yeah,
was
like
actually
the actual
there's
place.
nothing left of it. Yeah.
Really? That's wild.
Demolition. That
Yeah.
record is still out there.
Yeah.
Demolition is on it.
They just
Except
can't-
for Tim Owens, but
Yeah, they can't produce new CDs, and they can't legally. I don't think they can legally add it on to like a streaming service because they don't have like the original records or something like that.
something like that. Albeit Tim Owens has said he will go back and re-record that whole album,
Oh, wow.
That would be cool.
which I really want him to do.
Mhm. Is his voice still holding up?
Honestly, yeah, he's singing for KK's Priest, and he sounds great. Like,
Nice.
he could totally still. I mean, that version of Jugulator I have on CD, the live one, is from, 2018, so not that long ago.
So, okay, well, we'll wrap up soon here, but obviously we have to talk about it. Ozzy passing away. Seems like a pretty big inspiration to both of you guys. Where were you when you heard the news? How did it affect you?
You called me 5 minutes after I found out. That's how quick the news broke. Because found out, when I found out, his Wikipedia still said Ozzy Osbourne is a musician. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of in I'm not really.
I was outside watering when my mother called me, and I think the entire neighborhood heard me scream, like,
Yeah.
Like, I was told later by a few people, they were like, "We heard you scream. Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just got the news.
Yeah.
Because I had an article pulled up, I was reading it, and I got a call, and it was like, and I'm like, I know it's Devon. I don't even have to look. I know it's Devon. So I answered right away. I'm like, hey, dude, how are you feeling?
Yeah,
It was
for sure.
rough.
No, I like called you as I was grabbing my keys. I drove to my mother's work to go see,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I've got even a testament. My vest has so much Ozzy stuff on it. Like I've got I wish I had more pins, but I don't really. But it's like I have, or so much stuff is inspired by him too. It's like I have this. It's faded now, but I have a little painting that I did of Ozzy and Randy.
Oh, nice.
And it's been I need to replace it. And there's so much stuff that I wouldn't have on here if it wasn't for him. Like bands that I learned of because he recommended them or because he inspired them and they mentioned something. It's like, oh, I need to listen to them because they're inspired. And it's just like, it's so much, dude.
Ozzy was. You can't understate how much of an impact he made on this world.
For sure, yeah. No lie there, yeah. Massive inspiration to countless artists, for sure. I mean, the collective amount of people must have been in the tens of millions who are mourning his passing.
Definitely. Have you seen his star on the Walk of Fame where it's covered in candles and flowers? Or the bridge in they made a black with all their faces on it, and it's like you can't even see the bench. It's covered in bouquets of flowers. It's really beautiful seeing
I was with one of my friends and we were talking and was like, do you want to go to Birmingham?
I know, I want to go. Now I just want to go.
Yeah.
And I had, and they did their farewell concert while I was on vacation. Apart from being in California, we also went to Minnesota as part of a family reunion. And while we were in the family reunion, I was like, can we please watch the Black Sabbath final concert?
Yeah.
Because we had the streaming tickets and we were like, I need to watch this, dude. It's like, I gotta see this. And it was incredible. Ozzy can still sing. He's still singing even to the very end. And what's beautiful about that is there are so many songs where he says, I want to do it, I'm going to do it till I die. I'm going to, it's just, and you know that he was sincere because he did. It is just, wow.
So not to get too metaphysical or whatever the word would be, so obviously he died a few weeks after that final performance, and I know he had Parkinson's pretty badly. Do you think it's possible for a person to, I guess, sort of will themselves to death? Or just sort of let go of life and pass away? I know that's kind of an odd question, but...
I kind of do to a degree.
Mhm.
I had said when he died, I was like, okay, I think he knew he was getting close.
Hmm.
Concert is kind of big goodbye to everybody.
Right,
I
right.
think it was because everyone says, oh, they think a lot of people. There's a conspiracy that he took his own life, which I don't personally believe.
Yeah.
Mind he willed himself to live more than he thought he would to make it to the concert to perform it so well, and then after that that was his final thing that he had to do, and once that was over it was like, well, there's not a lot, not that there wasn't anything to live for, but he had done the thing,
Right.
and that there's like it wasn't that he gave up, it was just that his business was like finally finished.
Right.
Which is it's so great to go when everything is over instead of being like, oh, his reunion would have been next week, or like, oh, he almost released a new album. It's like he had done everything he could have done.
I got the news. I kept thinking of like final like lines for the chorus for Goodbye, and I mean, here's the thing though, he got to say goodbye at that concert at least.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Married man, where he just wanted to make an impact, and it was, and I listened to his whole discography recently. I mean, obviously you had to. I've gone through it almost twice now, and it's like there's all the songs about death, all the songs about making an impact and wanting to be important. It's just like you did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
For sure. I think it was the largest grossing charity concert of all time.
Like $190 million, I think.
Wow.
I might
That's
estimate, but it was insane. Yeah, and they're doing a tribute concert in Flagstaff, the Orpheum, and it's a donation.
Yeah.
Like, ticket is a donation to like a Parkinson's fund. It's like, we need more of it.
Yeah.
We're obviously going.
Yeah, we booked it like a few minutes before the
Oh,
interview.
nice, for sure.
We just got confirmation on the booking. We're like, oh,
Nice. Is that in Los Angeles, the Orpheum?
No,
that's right here in Flagstaff.
Yeah, it's just a normal, like, I think it's a regular tribute. Like, I don't know if it's a tribute band that's going to be playing, or if it's just going to be, like, for, like, us to gather at.
Yeah.
Even then, it's going to be fun. Even if they just play music on the speakers.
I'm sure they're going to have some band who plays. I'm not sure who, but...
When is that?
August 8th.
Oh,
yeah.
That's next week,
It'll
right?
be-
Or 2 weeks from now.
He's birthday boy soon.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday.
He's
I said I'm almost 19.
Oh, nice. Congrats. It's all downhill from here. Don't have too much. I'm just kidding. But okay, we'll wrap up soon. Before we do, I have one final question for you guys. It's not really related to anything that we've already talked about, but I try to ask everybody it. Before I ask that question, would you like to let everyone know where you're going to be playing next, and where we can find you on social media and whatnot?
Okay. We are all over Instagram. Music's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
And it's just Penelope and the Suitors. I think it's Penelope and the Suitors Band, which is just one word. On Instagram, maybe?
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
On Instagram. Yeah.
And then, if you look it up, I think we're the only one with that name on Apple Music, which is a miracle to get, like, to have an original band name.
I know.
Sure.
That was surprising to me. I think on Spotify we're one of a couple. And on YouTube, I mean, whenever I have to check our channel, I always just put in the words band and topic, because that makes it come right up.
Oh, okay.
Albeit we need a new profile photo, because it's still the same profile photo I've had for my account for years. It's a skull and a Spartan's helmet.
Should make it the P from the logo with, like, the vines around it.
We
yeah.
need to switch that up.
We have a logo right now, but it's like, it's kind of wordy. It's like, it's hard to fit into, like, a circle.
Yeah. As for next, we are trying something with Missing October at Ground Zero for Halloween. Though we would absolutely love to play it before then, and we're probably going to be popping up sporadically at open mics here and there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
There's a down area in Flagstaff where there's like a lot of people play guitar there, and we keep thinking about like just going down and just playing there. It's just just for fun, or just to get practice in, just to like do a little something.
For sure.
So, we're all over the place.
Is there like a monthly art walk in Flagstaff? You know, like Phoenix has First Friday. Does Flag have that?
They have Usually it's the school does a lot of events. Like they have
okay.
the open air market. It's not really for like musicians. It's usually like artists and
Right.
like something.
I mean, we could get in touch with K-Jack. They throw some events. Like,
True. Like
I think, don't the skate events normally have music?
skate events. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Although,
Oh, you guys would be perfect at a skate event.
although people make fun of that sometimes. It's kind of it's not a slippery slope. You gotta be
What
careful.
song played that?
Yeah. Did you hear like the like reception? As people were like, you went to the show like it was crazy. It was like I was like it was like so they might have it might be a bad rep.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff. I always thought they had a
I've
pretty
seen some
rep.
good shows.
Really cool.
Gigantopithecus I think played there. It was really or I forgot it was that. If it was the other band, maybe there's a guitar player who's in both, and I forgot which one of the ones he was in. Yeah,
But
they did.
I don't know. I don't see a lot of bands who play there get a very bad reputation for playing.
It might have just been a one-off thing, or it might have
Yeah.
just been one person who I saw said, and I thought more people were saying it. But yeah,
I don't know. It could definitely have just been somebody being kind of an ass.
Right.
The problem with the scene here is the venues, is people can't agree on what venues are good and what venues are bad, and
There's-
which ones are worth it, which ones you're a poser
Right.
if you play here. Oh, you're a poser if
You know,
if you go here.
Oh,
I'll settle that with words. You don't have a lot of venues. Play where you can and
Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Exactly. I was gonna say what I would say to that is fuck people and the bullshit that they say. You know what I mean? Your artists.
Exactly.
It's the only. It's like once you start caring what people think, that's what
Exactly,
it's
like-
right now.
Oh, I'm a poser if I play the Hive and Mocaf, but you know what? They're
Right.
like the only two places that book bands half the time.
Yeah, it's like if
So-
there's a show,
Exactly.
you hope that they would come.
You know that
Exactly.
makes
So
me
you know
think.
what? Call me a-
That makes me think again, like the sort of difference between our two generations. Like when I was younger in high school and stuff, like I was like sort of more goth before I got like into like punk super heavy, and people just calling me a devil worshiper, making fun of me for the way I dress. Like you could literally get like really bullied and beat up. But nowadays it seems like there's so much pressure to conform to. I mean it's always existed. There's conformity in every single culture and subculture in the world, but nowadays it seems like there's a lot of pressure to conform to this impossibly high standard of behavior and morality, or if you want to say that, where it's like,
Yeah, just go, like you have to stick to the culture 100%, and you can't deviate. It's like then how are you supposed to be unique?
right,
I always thought that was bullshit.
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I always thought the punks who were like, "Oh my god, you don't do this one thing. You're such
Right.
a poser." Those people are the biggest freaking asshole posers of
for
all
sure,
time.
yeah, definitely, yeah,
I always joke with them like, "You wear a costume of a not
exactly,
actually."
yeah.
Well,
Like,
Hey, you guys are all right. I like you too. This gives me hope for the world. That's really cool. Okay, so we'll wrap up here. Oh, I'm sorry.
I said thank you for having us on.
No, yeah, thank you so much, Devin and Maren. Everybody go, please check out Penelope and the Suitors. Very good band. I love the fucking riffs. Okay, here's my final question. So just clear your minds for a second. It has nothing to do with anything that we've talked about. It's still music related. Would you rather go to the Gathering of the Juggalos or Burning Man? And why?
oh, okay, now this makes sense.
Okay. So we saw Juggalos versus hippies, and I had to look that up. I was like, do they have a feud?
Yeah,
I thought there was beef.
Oh, no. I just wanted to surprise
Burning
you
Man-
with it, so yeah.
Oh yeah, Burning Man is more of a. I feel like Burning Man is more of a flex now. People do it for like, oh yeah, I went to Burning Man, but they're not like really like hippie.
Right.
So like, if it was like like if I'm gonna be surrounded by a bunch of rich kids who are doing it for like
Yeah.
the clout, then
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if I'm like, but yeah, that would be trying to chill.
If
I think
it's
the
a-
Juggalos is.
Gathering of the Juggalos, like in theory, it sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure ICP shows are,
Mm-hmm.
but at most, I'm a very casual fan for them. And Burning Man sounds like way more fun.
Okay.
Because even if it's at least the chaos of it will be fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Burning Man. I don't know. When I think of Burning Man, I think of like 80s, 90s, where like
Yeah.
you build your own place to live.
Mhm.
They light them at the end. Like
Right.
that's what I think.
Xavier Renegade Angel episode about Burning Man. It's really funny.
Frittata.
But they're like, we don't want to live by rules. If you have rules, the only rule is if you have rules, you get kicked out. It was like really weirdly. It was also that like there's so much pressure to be like so so anarchistic that it becomes its own culture of being super strictly. It's like, well, then you're kind of it was kind of
you defeat the purpose by doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like uninhibited like craziness is always gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Very good points. Nice. I would say like 99% of the people I've asked have said they'd rather go to the gathering, but yeah, very few has said Burning Man. But I'd go to both for sure. I would. I like dance music too, so I'm down to take acid and dance around a fire.
That does sound like a good time.
It really is. Okay, well, thank you again both so much for coming on. Everybody, please follow Penelope and the Suitors, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music. By the way, when I was making the ad to promote this episode today, your music's on Instagram. Like, I just typed.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow, that's awesome. That's.
Yeah, it's mostly you do a lot of the talking, I think.
Well, I mean,
is that because it's on Spotify or how?
We put out everything through DistroKid.
Oh.
And they put it out on Instagram too.
Oh.
It's like a thing. It was something I had to select when I was like setting that up.
Oh, like, do you want your music on Instagram? Was that? Like,
yeah, they were like, you can put it on Instagram, all those places.
All that.
And yeah, it's just the distributor puts it out there.
And a lot of not like I don't know how many of them do this, but sometimes I'll see like a Flagstaff band and I'll go, oh, I wonder if there's music on Instagram, and it is. Like I think No Wrong had some songs. The one Hernia has some music. Hernia, dude. That was another really sad loss.
That was really
yeah. The same band, yeah.
Lots of local bands put their music on Instagram.
The both bands I named just already broke up. That's funny. That's how it is. Everyone moves fast. All the scene is always changing.
I mean, there's 8 new bands a day. 10 bands retire every day.
For sure, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, just keep at it. Play as many shows as you can, and just keep pushing forward. I mean, nowadays you have to do the whole like social media thing, yeah, it's kind of a pain, but just keep it up. You guys are a really good band. It was really great talking to you guys. I invite you on any time that you want to come on, and if I'm ever in Flag or if you guys are ever in Phoenix, let me know. I actually live right down the street from the Blues. I saw you played there last week, so yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, like every band that I've interviewed so far from Arizona has played at the Blues. So
we really want to play there at some point.
Yeah.
The only thing that I've played at was the boxing ring.
There was
no crowd.
That was kind of a bust of a show. They double booked us, but
it was fun.
Yeah, well,
but it didn't feel like another rehearsal. It's just how it is sometimes. You just never really know.
Exactly.
I mean, a few real fans at that show who actually, came in.
Yeah, there was some nice. It's like, you guys were awesome. You rocked.
Nice.
We're like, hell yeah.
Nice.
I don't think he bought us, but it was so he liked it.
But still, I think didn't he come in to use the bathroom or something?
Because we were on the inside and the double booked. There was another band.
They booked a comedy show on the outside.
We were on the inside, but the door was closed, so you couldn't tell we were in there.
Yeah.
And they would go in and they'd be like, oh, what's this band going on? Like, this is cool. So, like, we got some people who were, like, really digging it. So, that's all we want is more people who are really into it.
That's how you make those real fans.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
that's
the
real
really fans.
For sure.
That's where you make those fans.
Definitely. Nice. Okay, we'll end it right here. Again, thank you guys so much. Thank everybody wherever you are for watching Let's Ruin Our Lives. This has been Josh Hensley. I never say my name for some reason. And Penelope and the Suitors, Devin and Maren. Thank you guys again. And mahalo.
Thank you for having us.
I know, but I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.